I found a cold boy on the street and his eyes shocked me. They were exactly like my dead husband's eyes. How could this be? I kept the secret hidden, but the truth was a storm waiting to break. The boy asked for food, and I gave him my sandwich, feeling a strange pull. Suddenly, a photo fell from his pocket, a picture of my husband as a young man, smiling with a scar on his cheek. I felt my heart pound. I whispered, "What are you doing here?" The boy stared, silent, and then whispered, "I am looking for my father." I remembered the blood oath I made with my husband to protect a child we never told anyone about. That oath was broken the night he died. The boy's presence meant the oath was being tested again. I could not ignore the danger, but I also could not turn away. The night air smelled of rain, and I felt the weight of a hidden family pressing on my chest. The boy's hand trembled as he reached for the attic key I kept in my pocket. I realized the secret would change everything. I live in a big family home with my 2 children, Maya and Louis. The house is old, with a dusty attic full of heirlooms. My husband, Javier, died 2 years ago in a car crash. Before he died, we made a secret blood oath to protect a child we had hidden from the world. We never told anyone, not even our own children. I kept the promise in a small wooden box in the attic, next to a broken vase that was an heirloom. One afternoon, the homeless boy, Amir, knocked on my door. He said his name was Amir and that he had no family. I felt a strange pull to help him. I gave him warm soup and a blanket. He thanked me with a soft smile, but his eyes never left mine. He asked about my husband. I told him the truth about the accident, but I left out the oath. He seemed to understand more than I said. Later that night, I heard a soft footstep in the attic. I went up, heart beating fast, and saw a small wooden box open. Inside, a folded piece of paper with the words "blood oath broken" was written in my husband's handwriting. I felt panic rise. Did Amir know about the oath? Did he come for the child? I remembered the night Javier swore to protect a child born from a hidden affair. The child was never named. I felt a cold wind in the attic, and the old clock ticked loudly. I closed the box and hid it again, but I could not stop thinking about Amir's question, "Where is my father?" The secret was growing heavier. I decided to keep Amir for one more night, hoping to find answers in the morning. As I turned to leave the attic, a faint cry echoed from the far corner, as if a child were whispering. I froze, wondering if the oath was finally breaking. The next morning, I took Amir to the kitchen. Maya, my teenage daughter, was busy making tea. She stared at Amir and whispered, "He looks like Dad." I tried to hide my fear. Louis, my son, laughed and said, "We can call him brother." Amir smiled, but his eyes were sad. He asked, "Do you have a picture of my father?" I felt my throat tighten. I took the old photograph from the attic and showed it to him. He pointed to the scar on Javier's cheek and said, "That is my father's scar." My heart stopped. I could not tell him the truth. I told him, "Your father is a good man, but he is gone now." Amir nodded, but his hands shook. He then asked to see the attic. I led him upstairs, feeling the floor creak under each step. In the attic, I opened the old chest where we kept family heirlooms. Inside, among dusty books, was a small red blanket, the one we used for the hidden child. Amir touched it gently and whispered, "I feel his warmth." Suddenly, the house rang with a loud knock. It was the lawyer, Mr. Patel, here to discuss Javier's will. He mentioned the inheritance and the heirloom vase. He said the will required us to name an heir. I felt my secret slipping. I tried to change the subject, but Mr. Patel saw the wooden box and asked, "What is this?" I answered, "Just old papers." He frowned, sensing something hidden. The tension rose. Amir looked at me, eyes full of hope and fear. I realized the oath was being tested by the law and by my own family. I could not let the secret child be exposed, but I also could not ignore Amir's plea. I promised to find the truth after the lawyer left. The lawyer left, and the house fell silent, except for the faint cry from the attic that seemed louder now. I closed the box again, but the paper inside now read, "Blood oath broken, truth revealed." I knew the moment of truth was near, and I wondered if I could keep the promise. That night, I could not sleep. I sat in the dark hallway, listening to the house breathe. Amir slept on the couch, his head on a pillow. I remembered the night Javier swore the oath. He said, "If the child ever appears, we will protect them, no matter the cost." I felt a tear roll down my cheek. I went back to the attic, opened the wooden box, and took out the folded paper. It was a letter from Javier, written in his shaky hand. He wrote, "My son, if you read this, you must know the child is you. I loved you, but I could not tell the world. Protect him, protect our secret." My hands shook. I realized Amir was my son, the hidden child. The blood oath was not broken, it was fulfilled. I felt a mix of love and guilt. I whispered to Amir, "You are my son, the child I promised to protect." He opened his eyes, surprised, then smiled with tears. "I knew you were my father," he said. The house seemed brighter. My children, Maya and Louis, heard the words and came upstairs. Maya cried, "We have a brother." Louis hugged Amir, laughing. The lawyer's will was forgotten, the family was reunited. The secret was out, but the love was stronger. I felt the weight lift. The attic, once a place of hidden fear, became a room of new memories. I promised to tell the whole story to my children, so they would understand why we kept the secret. The night ended with us all sitting together, sharing a simple dinner, feeling the warmth of a reunited family. The oath was kept, the secret revealed, and the future felt hopeful. In the end, the hidden child became a part of our family. The secret that once hurt us turned into love and trust. I learned that a promise made in pain can become a bridge to healing. When we hide the truth, it grows like a dark cloud, but sharing it can bring sunshine. The lesson is simple. Honesty and compassion can fix broken oaths and bring families together. Even when the past is painful, speaking the truth helps us move forward. Remember, a secret kept for fear can become a gift when shared with love. Keep your promises, but also keep your heart open. This story shows that even a broken oath can be healed with kindness and truth.